Whoa, money doubles up like a...
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Austin Bats and the New York Jets. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll set up a throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
All right, now, look at this.
Looking to throw. James. And he's got his man on the out route. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. James. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that'll make it 3rd down. Looking to throw. James. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Coleman, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Come on, let's go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That one goes for 24 yards.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here we go! What?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Now James throwing on 1st down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
James now on 1st and 10. The 20. Hauled in by Anderson left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Detroit! Gun!
first down. This is McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets. James looking to throw on 2nd down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Miles Jack coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Here's James to throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go!
On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Gun! Watch it now!
Back to throw. James. And he will find his man on the outside. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking to throw. James sheds off the tackle. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him. even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back to throw. James. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson from 19 yards away. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Flex round! Flex round!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go!
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw is James on first down. Now he steps over, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. James. Coleman has it here right side. He's at the 30, 20, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Space to maneuver at the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now James throwing on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those
all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete to Scott. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Now a handoff looking right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
James now to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Anderson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
McCaffrey. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit! Gun!
James looking to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Anderson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To throw on second down, James. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Yannick Ngakoue in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Here's James. Throwing on third and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 47.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10.
Detroit! Gun!
To throw is James. Throwing to start the drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Gun!
Now James throwing again. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. to throw. James. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
James now to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. James. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And he'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to track him down for a loss of 13, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the pressure gets to him again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.